All right, in just a second. So if you guys are wondering what I'm up to here, this is called moshing. So I just interviewed a guy named Ian Clark on my podcast. You guys are going to hear that really soon. But one of the people who he says is one of like the best bodywork / kind of like health ninjas on the planet is Catherine Garceau, former Olympic. You were like a former Olympic synchronized swimmer. So as you can see, she's working on me right now with this thing called a, what is that thing called?
A walker?
Oh, just a walk, like a basic, like an old person's walker, like up and down my body. And I'm laying on this mat. This is called a Sequex mat, Catherine?
Sequex, yeah.
Okay, Sequex mat.
And it's a PMF device.
You got to look this thing up, Sequex, and Ian and I talk about it in the podcast, but the podcast won't come out for like another month. It's like one of the most advanced PEMF, pulsed electromagnetic field frequency mats on the face of the planet. Usually you can only find this thing in like freaking Italy. But anyway, so I'm laying on this mat, and she's mashing on me. Chris back there, Chris the Beard Man. What's your website, Chris?
DollarBeardClub.com.
Check out Chris's website, DollarBeardClub.com. If I had a beard, I'd probably be helping to keep him in business. But
Launching baby beards?
We're launching baby beards soon, man.
What's baby beards?
You grow your beard for 30 days, and then you shave it off, and you regrow it again for another 30 days. Or just the guys that rock a nice short beard all year round.
So that would actually allow me to grow a beard.
There you go.
All right. So if I sprout a beard, you can blame that man in the corner on the laptop. Catherine, in addition to being like a bodywork practitioner, what else do you specialize in?
I actually started with emotional freedom techniques, tapping. So I do that kind of work with performers, actors, athletes, whoever, to free up the body and the nervous system to be more in the present and the now. So you just get rid of some anxiety or looping thoughts. By way of doing, you've probably heard about it through like tapping solution, or so I use that usually at the end of the bodywork session.
Yeah, I've done EFT before. I've interviewed the tapping on my website. So Misty says, what's Catherine's website? Do you have one?
CatherineGarceau.com.
CatherineGarceau.com. You spell her name Catherine with a C, right?
Yeah, C-A-T-H-E-R-I-N-E.
C-A-T-H-E-R-I-N-E G-A-R-C-E-A-U. And she also has a book on Amazon that I've read. It's really interesting. What's the name of your book again?
Swimming Out of Water.
Swimming Out of Water. Yeah. Misty says EFT is great. Andrew, if you're still waiting to get the beer and the fulvic minerals from my fridge, the deal is you can only get those if you also want to pick up my stool samples and drop those off at FedEx, because those are in my fridge too, still, I believe. Chris says, next time I see you in, going to be the one walking on you, get your mind right. Apparently we got another masher on there as well. The beard guy back here, Chris.
Yes, sir.
What you were telling me about another wet? Oh wow, you hit a spot right there, Catherine.
Right, your right side is tired.
Yeah, right side's tired. So for those of you wondering, I just raced the LA Spartan race this morning, and I'm gonna be showing you guys a lot of cool videos because I'm heading over to the Human Garage after this. But Chris, you said you have another website too?
Yeah, man, a couple. One's called Unconscious Content.
Unconscious content?
Yeah, we teach people how to script viral videos using a model I came up with called Proven. And it works all with the unconscious mind. 95% of our thoughts come from our unconscious mind, and only actually 1 to 5% come from the conscious. So when you can get into your unconscious mind using cool techniques, you can come up with creative stuff that's just off the charts, send a video viral, and you have a very lucrative business in a short amount of time.
So one more time, unconscious content?
Yep.
You got it.
I'm going to check that out. Hey, you were on Shark Tank, weren't you?
Yeah. That's
Interesting. All right, so maybe that's why some of you have seen Chris before. He was on Shark Tank doing, that was for your beard stuff?
Shark Tank was for Coolbox. That was another product that we crowdfunded, and it's the world's smartest toolbox. It has a lot of cool kind of smart features, like a smartphone, but a smart toolbox.
You're like a serial entrepreneur, dude.
Yeah.
You're like my dad. He like owned coffee shops and cell phone companies and bagel franchises, and he was a fireman, and he did everything. You're like that, except you have an even bigger beard than my dad had.
Lit you up with the Metatron either.
Now,
yeah, we're getting into some good health.
what do you have back there? A Metatron?
Yeah, so it scans your whole body on a frequency basis and basically finds out every single disease.
Here, take my phone and tell people what it is. It's in selfie mode right now, but I'll put it.
Yep.
All right, I'll put it out of selfie mode so you can just. There we go.
Awesome.
How's the right leg feeling? It's melting.
So this thing right here is called a Metatron, and basically it's a health device that scans your body, biofeedback machine, on an energy basis, and it'll ping all the different organs in your body at different places at different times. A opera singer can go up to a glass wall and with the right tone of voice could shatter it. So every virus, bacteria, parasite, it has a frequency in which it is allowed to live in, and then it has a frequency that would shatter it. So everything comes down to energy and sound in the world, and that's how this machine looks at your body to be able to send the right energy frequency to the corresponding organ, and then it'll rebalance it. It's also really good at detecting early stage diseases, ailments, things of that nature. It recommends foods if you have heavy metals in your body, all those sorts of things. And then it's a two-way device, so you can get a lot of recommendations from it, and it scans your entire body, right down from the stuff, chemicals that are in your hair, to metal fillings in your teeth, to if you've broken any bones, and every one of your organs. So it's pretty solid, and we're going to get old Ben on there in a second and see how he's doing, especially post-Spartan race.
Awesome. Cool. Hey, if you guys have questions as we're going, leave them. And in the meantime, hopefully I don't die from the Metatron device. We're over at Tai Lopez's house right now. If you guys didn't get a chance to see our podcast last night, we did a whole podcast on veganism versus meat eating. So that's going to be, just look up the Tai Lopez show on iTunes, and you'll be able to see our thoughts on kale versus ribeye. So what about, are you guys vegans, meat eaters, omnivores, Catherine and Chris?
Both.
Both, yeah. Me
Depends
too.
on
Depends what day of the week.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm going to Mexican tomorrow night. There's this chef who are from LA.
He has the first restaurant is in Fountain Valley. Fountain Valley. And he has a Vietnamese menu and a raw menu. But the raw menu is unlike any kind of raw restaurant where you don't even know it's raw. He has a fermented wild rice that's warm, but it's actually not cooked, and it tastes like heaven, and it's the best.
Okay, I'll tell people the name of this restaurant if they're in LA. What's it called?
Aulac. A-U-L-A-C.
A-U-L-A-C.
Yeah, Aulac.
Okay, it wanted to autocorrect it to Aflac, but we'll say Aulac. By the way,
You're doing amazing with the caps, by the way. Most people can't.
Am I? See, I have a high tolerance for pain. She's mashing hard on my calves right now with this walker. Check this out. So, if you guys want the best cut of meat around here, you know where you go?
Where?
You ever heard of the Old Place in Malibu?
No.
Okay. Flies under the radar. The best meat on the face of the planet. Go to Old Place. Get the bone-in filet mignon. Add that to your bucket list of things to taste in life, because it is freaking amazing.
Orange County that has the
Vaca.
what is it called? That has the bone marrow. Bone marrow.
Oh, I love like bone marrow at a restaurant on sourdough bread.
That's exactly what they
Yeah.
have. It's in
Yeah.
Costa Mesa.
Yeah, but this place called the Old Place. Look it up in Malibu. You might be on like a 6-month wait list to get in. Like it takes a long time to get in. The Old Place. Rick Rubin introduced me to this spot, and he takes me there, and we get the bone-in filet mignon. If you guys haven't tried the bone-in filet mignon, you have to try it out. It's amazing. So, anyways, it doesn't look like you guys have a lot of questions about this stuff, but I'll tell you what. If you do have questions after you watch the video, let me know. I'm going to show you guys a few of the things later on. We'll flip the video back on if we mess around with any of these other crazy devices. Check out this. Oh, we should spell the Sequex for people. SEQEX.IT, right?
Yep.
Okay. And by the way, you guys, I'm doing a podcast with this guy named Ian Clark about this stuff, if you want to check it out. And then I'll also take you on a tour of the Human Garage later today. So I'll have some cool stuff for you later on. Forgot to turn on my phone at the LA Spartan race, but if you happen to be in LA, there'll be heats going on until 2 p.m., so there's still time for you to race. Barely. All right. Check out all these cool links. Tons of cool stuff to explore.